My beautiful friends, when I was away, I found a deck on my journey. I didn't even know Rebecca Campbell had a new deck out. It's probably from last year or something, and I live under a rock, so I wouldn't know. It's called the Inner Temple Oracle. This is the person who makes like the Starseed and the Rose Oracle and the Work Your Light Oracle. And it comes in this cool little box. Anyway, I was using this deck while I was away, and I wanted to use it for you. So I'm going to pull, this is just going to be like, what do you need to hear from this Oracle deck? So it's not going to be very long. If it's about love for you, think about it in terms of love. Maybe ask a question right now to Spirit. What do you need to hear about love? What do you need to hear about yourself? And yeah, let's get you a few cards. They were very accurate with me in my situation, to the point where my sister knew what I was going through. And I was on the plane and I shuffled a few out and I'm like, look, these cards are attacking me. Joking, of course, they weren't attacking me, but you know what I mean. So I just thought I'd take a little breather from a love reading for a minute and just see what advice you need from this oracle. My intention is to do something shorter like this at least once a week, maybe a couple times a week. But just ask the universe whatever you need to know for yourself now. Think about it. And let's see what you need to hear. What does this collective need to hear? My beautiful friends, what advice do you need about whatever situation it is that you're asking about? One more shuffle. I always do it 3 times. All right. So what do you need to know? I'm going to cut the deck. And if I make eye contact with it, I might have to read it, but we'll see. Projections. I did make eye contact with it. Interesting. Because I just did a reading about someone who was projecting. And we have to remember that sometimes take out the word someday. Sometimes. Other people's projections are a reflection of what's going on within them. So projections, let's start there. If you watched that love reading, this might be a good one for you to listen to. Projection. This could be about someone who triggered you as well, because there's a mirror here. Those people who trigger something in us hold up a mirror to what's within ourselves. Projection is a defense mechanism whereby we mistake what's going on within us for what's happening in the world around us. I happily invest my time and energy into developing new skills. That's your affirmation. Mission. Nevertheless, that which we avoid facing will show up in our lives as fate. Those feelings, behaviors, or beliefs that we choose not to explore, admit, name, or claim are projected onto those around us. This is why shadow work is crucial, as without it, that which is in the unconscious will continue to appear in the external world. There's wisdom in this saying that when you're pointing your finger at someone else, turn it around and look back at yourself. Of course, it takes courage to do this, for it requires us to delve into the shadows of our psyche, but we'll find the gift of freedom here. We can be triggered by those who we despise, as well as those we admire. Who frustrates or triggers you the most? What is it about the person that you can't stand or that you admire the most? How does this quality relate to the way you think about yourself? So your soul inquiry, who is triggering you? What is it that they're triggering within you? Be brutally honest with yourself. What are you being called to do? And it's interesting that they talk about being triggered by someone you admire, because that happened to me. I was very triggered by someone that I admired to the point where I blocked them because I didn't know that it was me admiring them. But it was. Anyway, I think that's a good one. That's why I read it. All right. And that's why I say we shouldn't be judging others. We should only be judging ourselves. And my experience is every time I tried to judge someone, or I did judge someone later on in life, that exact experience that I judged that person for happened to me. Anyway, what does this collective need to hear? It's also getting very dark. What does this collective need to hear? They don't shuffle well yet. I'm still breaking them in. What does this collective need to hear? Oh, that one wanted to come out for sure. Chamber of Soul Gifts. How's your mission going? Unhookable. Unhookable, that's what you are. I know that's not the real lyrics. Unhookable. That's really interesting because we have soul gifts on the bottom. Something about your soul gifts. Chamber of Soul Gifts. That's very interesting. Look at the similarities. Maybe one of your soul gifts is actually reflecting back to others what they need to heal. So unhookable. Look at the progress you've made. You've arrived. Healing and change are here. We know we've come a long way when those things that once triggered us no longer do. So maybe that projection card about triggers, maybe you're not letting people trigger you anymore. That person, that place, that old story, that family dynamic. After what feels like way too long, all of a sudden, what used to knock you off course or send you into a spin no longer does. Maybe every time I mention a mission, you get triggered. And maybe recently or in this reading, you weren't triggered by me saying mission. Instead of spiraling and giving away your power, you find yourself standing steady, whole, and tall. The thing or person that once had power over you no longer does. That wounded part of you has finally healed. This card is a celebration of how far you've come and how much work you've done. It honors the path that you've taken away and the journey you've been. It honors the path that you've taken, not away, just taken, and the journey you've been on. To be unhookable means that you've healed that which once threw you off course. Yay! To be unhookable means to stand in your own power. To be unhookable means that you draw strength from within. To be unhookable, no one can bait you with their own projections, is what I'm hearing. You know what I mean? Unhookable, baiting, projections. To be unhookable means that you draw strength from within. Your roots are deep and your inner connection is strong. Congratulations, you've come a long way. Honor and acknowledge the progress you've made. Celebrate the growth you've achieved. And maybe now you don't project onto others. Because when you're feeling some sort of trigger, instead of acting on it and projecting outwards, you go within and ask, why is this triggering me? There's no reason it should be triggering me. It must be triggering me for a reason. I was also hearing unbaitable. So maybe in the past when somebody kind of projected onto you, it triggered you. Or you took that bait, if you get what I mean. Anyway, I'm going to read Chamber of Soul Gifts because I can't not read it. Chamber of Soul Gifts. Hang on. Your soul came into this world with gifts waiting patiently to be found. You'll know you've found a gift through how lit up you are when you do it. Time expands and heaven and earth seem to meet. There's a gentle pull, an expansive feeling, a deep resounding yes. Sometimes our gifts are clear early on. and those around us celebrate their presence in the world. Other times, we may discover them eventually but lack the confidence to trust in them. This card beckons you to be passionately daring. It urges you to cherish the things that make you come alive and that you're most passionate about, to trust the things you're silently drawn to, and not just do what you think you should do, if this goes against what's true for you. When we embrace our gifts, we light up the world without even trying. When we follow our gifts, we become more alive and more present to life. Just like the flower, just like the tree, when we follow our gifts, we express our unique true nature and bless the world with our presence. What gift is patiently waiting for you to embrace it? What are you drawn to doing? Maybe it's something you're already aware of and celebrated for, or perhaps it's something that's emerging for you. This card is encouraging you on. It's giving you a supportive push to follow your secret passions and favorite pastimes and to be uniquely you. I talk about this stuff all the time. Whatever lights your soul on fire, whatever makes you stop thinking about worldly muggle things in the time. Beautiful. Just a little push, little shove. Now, I'm going to set out this one card to read at the end because it's staring at me. It's a feminine card, so I need to read it for all my divine feminines. Not talking about gender. Let's get one more card for you. It's dark here now. One more. That's so many, I can't take all of them. One card. Maybe I'll stop shuffling and take the top one, because they're all sticking together. One card for the viewer. One card for the viewer. Well, I'll take you, I guess. You looked right at me. Soul retrieval. Beautiful. I almost want to say your inner child. Something about your inner child. Your inner child holds the key. What is wrong with me? Your inner child holds the key to your soul gifts, I bet. I'm not saying that's what this card talks about. I'm saying that's the download I'm getting about it. Soul retrieval. Nope, this way. Soul retrieval. This is a good one. This card can appear for two reasons. Firstly, because a lost part of your soul is wanting to return home to you. Sometimes the loss, shame, or hurt we experience is too great and a part of our soul leaves our body. When this happens, it can feel like a part of us is missing or as if we're not quite ourselves. Secondly, it can be because your soul is trying to get your attention. Perhaps you've been spending too much time living from your head rather than your heart. Maybe your soul is longing for you to listen to it, to express it, to spend time with it. This card can come as a warning to wake up and remember the soul. The soul can be likened to both the ancient wise part of you and the divine child within. The ancient Greeks spoke of two different types of time, Chronos time and Kairos time. Chronos time is linear time, logical time, the time of the mind. Kairos time is soul time, creative time, mystical time. This card is inviting you to spend more time in Kairos time. And what did that soul gift card talk about? It's when you tap into something creative that sets your soul on fire and you lose sense of logical time. What does your soul most want to do? What's your soul most yearning for? How do you feel the most connected to your soul? How can you call back more and more of your soul back into your body and center the center of your life. Your activation, put your hand over your heart. I call all parts of my soul to be here now. And then I'm going to read you the feminine card because it looked at me. Just a little coughing fit. It's okay. Maybe you have a blocked throat chakra. Maybe you have a fear of expressing your voice. Whoops. Yeah, it's feminine. So there's some of these cards have a reversal on them, not all of them. Feminine, maternal line, feminine energy, goddess, woman, sister, sisterhood, female ancestors, nurturing, the moon. Sorry about that. The moon, depth, potency, mother, mother issues, nourishment, sensuality, the unseen world. This card can represent the masculine and feminine energies within or around you. We each have these energies within us regardless of our gender identification. This card can represent the masculine and feminine energetically, or it can represent actual people in our lives who embody masculine or feminine energies. If you pull the card with the feminine right side up, the invitation may be to embrace the feminine qualities within yourself, or it may be drawing your attention to a person who embodies the feminine in your life and asking you to consider those key relationships in your life that may be relevant to the reading. I'm going to read the masculine one too. The masculine card or side, the invitation may be to embrace the masculine qualities within yourself, or it may be drawing your attention to a person who embodies the masculine in your life and asking you to consider those key relationships in your life that may be relevant to the reading. All right, so I'm going to leave it here, my friends, but I'm sending you lots of love and light, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.